Hey there everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is a pretty special one. We are going to be having our last anatomy study session in this sketchbook and also of this style. So before I get into that, I want to talk a little bit about the drawings. I haven't done figure studies in a while. So I'm not super proud of them. I've been a bit rusty, so just bear with me. This is not the best. I don't know, maybe you won't notice a difference, but I notice a difference. But it's always like that, isn't it? We always criticize our art a lot more than other people. But yeah, they're just simple study session. I try my best to do poses that weren't as common or that I don't tend to do a lot. And yeah, they were a bit more challenging than usual, but I hope you still enjoyed this little study session. So the reason why I say this is our last session is because these are the last two spreads of this sketchbook. It's been a long and wild ride. It took me a while. It took me over a year to finish this sketchbook. It's a sketchbook I don't particularly enjoy. It's a sketchbook I don't usually share with you which sketchbook it is, but if you've seen my last video, you will know which sketchbook this is, and I don't enjoy it particularly. So pen sketches, pen studies was the only thing that I could actually figure out what to do with this sketchbook. That was the decision I took, and so it's what it's been. It's been a long ride with just pen studies. Now I'm not gonna keep doing these sessions because I'm also not gonna keep doing this type of studies. So I do have a big block of paper where I do some figure studies that have nothing to do with this style of figure studies. They're a lot more loose, a lot more focused in the little crevices of the human body, and not as perfectionist as these ended up being. They weren't supposed to, but I just throughout this process developed a specific style of doing these, and I just kept to it because it was just very uniform for the sketchbook. And that's why I'm not gonna keep doing this, because that's taken me nowhere. The other studies I do them in pencil. I have a bit more fun and end up being more expressive with those than with these ones. So this is definitely not a style of sketchbook I'm ever gonna have again. Although I am considering having another anatomy sketchbook where I do different types of studies. I'm not quite sure yet if I'm gonna go that route or not, but I am sure that this type of study isn't what I'm gonna do. So if you're new when it comes to figure studies and practicing the human anatomy, these studies are very stylized, and if you're just starting off, you should definitely look into Figure Study 101. Here on YouTube you can find a lot of tutorials where they actually teach you to be loose, and those are the drawings that actually help. And these ones I was just figuring out regular day-to-day poses, or just having fun with it, and it became this kind of routine and style, and it's just not very educational if you're watching this for educational purposes. I don't regret having the sketchbook though. I'm really proud of what I made with it and what it became, but definitely figure studying is supposed to be a lot looser, and yeah, not this perfectionist style that just happened to be the style that is. Don't get me wrong, there is nothing bad about having a specific stylized way of drawing the human anatomy. There's so many artists that I see out there that do this, and that is fantastic. If that's something that you want, if you want to draw in this particular style, that's very valid. It's just not what I want for my particular art. I want to become a bit more loose. I want to, have an easier time drawing bodies in various different positions. But what I see that my art sometimes lacks is emotion. And drawing these bodies that are just either stretching or walking or sitting, or just posing, it shows no emotion. It relays nothing to the observer, and so I want to become better in that. So that's why I think that figure studies that are a bit more loose and all of that will be better for what I'm trying to achieve. And I want to become I want it to be easier for me to relay certain expressions, to relay certain body movements, to also be able to draw like two people together and not just separate. A hug is very hard to draw. So this is the type of thing that I want to dedicate more time to in a more looser way, so I can become more fluid with my not brush strokes, but lines and strokes. So it's just this sketchbook I'm happy that it's done. It served its purpose, definitely 100%, and I feel like I learned a lot, but I also feel like there's so much more that I still have to learn. And I'm glad it's done. It's a very nice sketchbook that has really nice art, and I don't know what else to say, honestly. I'm happy. I'm feeling happy about it. But now, to be honest, I'm in this situation that I'm kind of stuck, because sketchbooks to me, I've spoken about this in the previous video, but sketchbooks to me are like diaries. I can go back to any sketchbook, open up a random page, and remember where I was that day, and the circumstance of certain drawings. And it's beautiful to do that and look back at your old sketchbooks and remember the times and remember where you were and stuff. And having two sketchbooks is kind of weird to me, because I want everything to be in one sketchbook and not like spread around. So it's kind of hard for me to consider having two sketchbooks. But I really liked having a place where I could just freely draw the human anatomy, and not have to worry about an ugly page on my beautiful regular sketchbook. Also, when you do invest on better quality sketchbooks, a bit more expensive sketchbooks, you don't want to waste pages on like anatomy studies. So I don't know, I'm thinking about continuing this anatomy sketchbook thing. But I don't know, what you guys think? Do you guys stick to one sketchbook? Do you usually stick to 2 or 3? Like, what's your method? What do you prefer? Let me know. Let's have a discussion, because I'm really lost. I think I'm gonna go with another anatomy sketchbook, but I need to think it through. I need to gain some courage for that. But yeah, it's been really nice to finish this up, and I'm actually gonna be showing you guys in a little bit me writing the end finally, because I was just tired of the sketchbook. And also, like, writing the date was very cathartic. I love writing the end date on a sketchbook. It's amazing. And that's when I realized it took me over a year to fill this sketchbook. It's really insane, honestly. It's insane. So as you can see, I started this in August of 2021, finished it in November of 2022. It's been way over a year, but I'm glad. Like I said, like I've been saying, I'm really glad. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and you can keep up with me on my Instagram and TikTok, where I post a lot more regularly, and we can keep in touch. I will see you guys on my next video. Bye.